Hey y'all, what's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. Appreciate you for tuning in. We are right back at it. I'm coming, to give you guys these videos to here talk about Now Married to Medicine. I just got done talking about Potomac. Y'all make sure to go check that out. That definitely should be uploaded by now. But yeah, you guys, Married to Medicine, we're coming up on the end of these shows. Potomac finale, Married to Medicine finale. I'm definitely interested to see these reunions. That's what I'm here for, because although the seasons were quite, trash, I feel like the reunions are gonna give us a little bit more something, a little more substance, okay? But yeah, you guys, once again, we back. I'm in my bed, y'all. Sometimes I'm gonna give y'all the reviews over there, by my little setup, or sometimes it's just gonna be in bed, y'all, because that's where I'm at and I don't feel like getting up, okay? Sometimes I have those days I don't feel like getting up, so we working in bed, all right, y'all? And then y'all see this cute little beanie I got? It came in. I've been on a beanie craze now. Like, for some reason, beanies have just like become my thing. I got another one that says bad hair day. I got another one that says it is what it is. I'm about to get another one that says struggle on the front, because bitch, it is ghetto out here. Earth is ghetto. Yeah, I don't know why I just been liking beanies. But yeah, you guys, let me not draw it out. Married to Medicine, there honestly wasn't a lot, but we still got some stuff to get into, because Kema and Alicia, yeah, we'll get into it. So we open up, of course, with the men going to cook, the ladies going to do golf. Overall, the men cooking. Kema is just going to be archaic and cavemanish until the day he dies. That Nigerian culture, they definitely just view women as, the doers. Okay, you just do as I say. And no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But that's kind of hard to do when you got common sense. And some niggas out here ain't got common sense and aren't smart the way y'all think y'all are. So I'm sorry if I can see, this sign that says, right lane ends, merge left, and you don't seem to be merging. Okay, I'm just supposed to sit there and be quiet? I don't think so. Yeah, no, sorry, can't do it. And it's just like, when we really think about the way that men expect women to, like, just sometimes not survive, like, you want me to drown with you, and I got the capability to swim. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I don't want to drown. That's your stupid decisions, okay? But yeah, nonetheless, yeah, Kema and Alicia, yeah, we gonna get into them. But yeah, so the guys, they were, cooking it up. Of course, y'all know Eugene. Eugene is a Renaissance man, okay, jack of all trades. He a doctor, a husband. He can cook, okay, making money, he take your weave out. Like, that's the type of man that you want. Like, I swear it's so crazy. These men would rather pretend to be what women want instead of just actually be what women want. Like, that's just the crazy part. Y'all want women, but y'all don't want to listen to what women are saying, like, we want. Y'all want to give us what you feel like we deserve, which is what, I guess, to be what? Cheated on, brought back, STDs and STIs. Y'all bring back babies. Okay, y'all just be treating women all types of ways, and we just supposed to do what? Be your ride or die. Okay, you supposed to stick with them through it. Okay, he's a good man, Savannah. He pays the bills. Okay, don't let that bastard child ruin what you got. It was just a weak moment. Okay, Savannah, it was just a weak moment. You got a good man. He take care of these kids. Y'all know what all the sayings are. But yeah, Eugene just definitely, like, he's the husband of husbands. And, Toya talked to him sideways. Sometimes I do wish she calm me down, because we never gonna forget when she told him to stuff that biscuit in his mouth. I could have jumped through the screen on Toya. I was like, how dare you disrespect my man like that? Like, Eugene is like the dude. Like, okay, you disrespecting the Don. But yeah, so yeah, sometimes, Toya do too much, but Eugene at the end of the day is a husband of all husbands. Kema, you clearly got work to do. But yeah, the men, they cook, women, they golf. Then they all meet back up. it was funny where they're like, oh, what did y'all cook? And then David said, some rice and some aubergine. They said aubergine. What the fuck is that? He was trying to be fancy, talking about, yeah, we cooked some boiled undercooked rice is what it was. So they all get on the yacht. This is probably one of the better boats that we've seen on a Housewives show. When we think about yachts, like, are y'all can y'all think of any others? Maybe Orange County or Beverly Hills, but I can't remember Beverly Hills being on a yacht. Did they go on a yacht? I think so, but this is probably one of the best that we've seen, like, boat wise on the show. But nonetheless, they all go on there, and the ladies get to serve in the husbands, they plates or whatnot, and it, of course, is like the running joke of Kema having Alicia trained, and that's her job, and it's the woman's job to bring her man to plate, and we all know that Eugene don't mind giving his wife a plate. But then Dr. Jackie, she finally came and gave Curtis a plate because he's like, did you really want to give me a plate or did you feel left out? And Jackie did it because she didn't want to feel left out. But at the rate that you acting, Curtis, your ass always in the DR, and like, and that you pull bringing that heifer through ATL airport, you lucky if you even get a leftover plate of food when you get home, okay? But nonetheless, the ladies, it definitely was like a running joke. They were definitely just playing into it. But Keeman, his little side remarks is dead giveaway of the type of man that he is. And it really is just disgusting, honestly. Like garbage. But yeah, as they're giving the plates or whatever, Heavenly, she gonna play it too. I think a lot of women date because they work and they, they're established that they don't have to be wives no more. I'ma always serve my man. Okay, Heavenly. So as the men are eating or whatever, the girls were inside and they, of course, talking and stuff like that. Oh shit, no, I forgot, y'all. Before that, let me back up. Sweet Tea went to go talk to Jackie because Toya kind of checked on her. Sweet Tea was like, how do you feel? Because Sweet Tea did apologize, but Jackie gave her like a real cute, aw, that's nice. And Toya was like, but girl, you kind of like reacted to what she said, so I don't know, why do you feel like apologizing? But Sweet Tea went over there and she did apologize to Jackie because at the end of the day, she kind of felt like that's not her. So Jackie in her confessional being she feeling froggy all of a sudden talking about, oh yeah, I apologize to Sweet Tea for not smacking her like her mama should have or something like that. I said, oh, all right, Jackie. You thought she said F you did. Oh yeah, this reunion, she gonna be on your ass like white on rice. But Dr. Jackie is sitting there with Sweet Tea, and she's just like, I'm just sorry. She's like, no need to cry. She's like, yeah, because it's just, it really was a lot coming in, and that's just not me. And so Jackie kind of basically gave her the, you were new to the group, obviously at a very sensitive time, and we all know the ladies was picking at her. I really do genuinely think that they sold Sweet Tea a little bit of the glamour side of being on a reality TV show and not the downside of you gonna have to be windmilling for your life with these heifers. I think they told it via Heavenly, because we know Sweet Tea was kind of like a part of Heavenly's plan of, I think, producers basically kind of told her like, okay, these ladies, they'll kind of be there for you. You'll have Heavenly on your side. Because I remember all Sweet Tea kept saying was like, oh, I really thought these ladies were going to be my friends. You remember when the show first started, how Sweet Tea put that out there, like, oh, really thinking these women were going to be my friends. But, that definitely was, a lie. Like, I really do think production, like, convinced Sweet Tea, like, she wasn't just going to be here for the sake of, like, the story of the quad situation and to be made a fool of. But Summer, girl, this is TV, and Heavenly gonna make TV, and the other ladies, you know, saw a moment to go after somebody else. And Jackie was like, you know, we were being little, you know, kindergarten mean girls or whatever. And so we didn't take your feelings into consideration. And so, yeah, I can acknowledge that happened. But y'all notice how Jackie, she pulled a Monique. She acknowledged it, but she didn't apologize. You know, we did have a moment, you know, I can release you. Like, Jackie was being so, and what they call her church lady-ish, where it's like, you know, it's gonna be okay, we can move on, I release you, hopefully you release me, you know, you don't have to be free, you know, sweet tea, you don't have to worry about it anymore. And it was like, Jackie, you acknowledge that what happened between y'all, but you're not gonna apologize on your end because you said, oh, you know, I could apologize for, you know, like baby girl and her. Jackie didn't want to apologize. She just you could have, in that moment, that would have been a great opportunity for you to apologize, Jackie, but so why didn't you? Right. Right. Okay. Jackie just couldn't let herself do it because that FU, like, it hit her real good in the gut. And I don't think Jackie has ever been spoken to like that. Like, Sweet Tea's the only person who literally looked at Jackie was like, I'm not finna, you know, like, lift you up on this pedestal. Girl, you can catch some too. And I'm not mad at it. Like, we all know Jackie needs those checks in her life, you know, sometimes. People gotta get chin checked every once in a while. But yeah, Jackie definitely scathed her out of that one with the, it's okay, you know, I release you. I said, I release you. You know, she did not, like she was goddamn Free Willy or something. But yeah, back to the table. The ladies, Toya was, no, Eugene sent the messenger dude over there, the assistant. He was like, oh, tell the wife Toya that she gets a point doc because she didn't give me a kiss. And it was like an all moment. And this was like one of those moments we see why Eugene, like, this is why, you know, we S with Eugene as far as house husbands go on these shows. She sent the dude back and was like, you know, tell him he'll get a kiss later in private, on his privates. And so when the dude went to go tell Eugene that, all the men, of course, was like hollering and clapping. And Jackie was like, so you really gonna do it? Toya said, hell no, I'm tired. It's like, you done sold this man a dream. He thought he was going to get some tonight. No. Psych. So, as they're sitting at the table, Toya starts talking to Alicia. So, like, girl, what did it start with? It started with, the bed, I think it was, like, talking about, like, not giving, you know, fellatio, essentially. And when she was like, oh, you know, he doesn't want that, you know, he thinks I'm too much of a queen, like, to go down there. And see, here's one thing that actually is a thing. I'll just put it that way. There are some men out there, and I've heard this before, where they won't do certain things with their wife. Like, they look at her in a certain way of, like, not, she's too precious to see her in that form, essentially. And it really kind of is a moment of, like, where they do in men's head, where they categorize which women to treat a certain way versus not. Which is why they view women as they say, like, either promiscuous or dress, you know, raunchy. Like, that's why they feel like they deserve, you know, degenerate behavior because of how they look, when it's not that. Like, you just want to treat her bad because you want to treat her bad, or do whatever to the woman because you deem her less than. And so when she was like, oh, you know, he views me as too much, like, to go down there, it's not the first time that I've heard that before. So yeah, and so Toya was like, well, do you know what you're doing? And all Alicia could say was Toya, because Alicia clearly clicked on that, like, Toya was definitely giving her, you know, little pokes. She was poking the bear a little bit. And so then she was like, well, what about toys? Are you allowed to have toys? And she was like, allowed? And she was like, well, bitch, I mean, you the one who said, like, he the one who said he trained you. And she was like, well, matter of fact, how do you feel about that? Like, him saying that he trains you. And she was like, I don't take it seriously because, like, I know it's a joke. And literally in the midst of her saying, it's a joke, they pan to all the niggas outside. Kema doing his usual boasting in front of men, trying to have a dick swinging contest. You know, when men get in front of other men, they got a posture like I'll run my house type shit. And here he is talking about, because earlier he told Jackie, he was like, yeah, because she trained. And Jackie was like, who trained? But he was like, I don't mean like train like that. I just mean, I drop subtle hints to let her know like what's expected. So every day I say, where my food, where my food, where my food, until basically one day I ain't got to worry about it. When I come in, my food going to be ready essentially. And so I'm like, that's their like mental warfare. Because instead of just straight up being like having an adult conversation, even though it's a crazy request of like, babe, I have this expectation of, my food being ready once I get home. But I would rather take that as a straightforward, conversation than to do some like subconscious, very passive aggressive every time you come in the house talking about where's my food. And you feel like I'm going to do that for 5 days straight. So on day 6, it's prepared. Like, y'all see what I'm saying? Like, the difference is, like, that's mental warfare. Like, he is a covert narcissist. He definitely has his subtleties, which we'll talk about more at the end, when all the couples went back home. But all the men was just kind of like, Kema, like, they keep trying to help you, Kema, saying you sound crazy, but he can't help himself but trying to establish that dominance within his household. But Alicia, he ain't playing, and he ain't playing. And so when Toya was like, shoot, you said he trained, like, how do you feel about that? And it was like, well, and then in a confessional, she was like, well, I'm a wife, a mother, a dentist, and a real estate, so, I guess I am trained well. And it's just kind of like, Alicia also was like, these ladies just trying to nitpick at anything, because of my relationship. And it's like, girl, they don't need to like nitpick at your relationship to like make theirs seem better. Like, these are things that are just coming out on their own. Like, these are just things that y'all are projecting to everybody, especially Kema, because he the one causing these conversations. Ain't nobody got to look and probe and prod. Like, it's oozing out of Kema how he feels about you, women, their roles, everything like that. So, Alicia was like, well, shoot, Eugene need to train you. And she was like, huh? And she was like, yeah, because girl, you do too much, like he need to bring it back some. And so, she was like, well, what do you mean? How would he do that? And she was like, he should be able to, look at you or, gesture to, and she was like, not control, but temper. And I do understand what she meant by that, as in not just being a man or woman thing, but I feel like in general, when you're out with your partner, you got that look at it, like when somebody do something or you look at them, just like how your mama would look at you like, hey, where there's definitely been moments where in the past where there could have been moments where Eugene just kind of looked at Toya or maybe tapped her on her leg or, just put his hand on her shoulder to just kind of be like, okay, bring it down a little bit. And that's what you do with your partner in general. So I don't think that's a gender specific thing. I think that is just a relationship thing. But for the sake of this argument, Eugene needed to temper Toya, okay? And so then they started talking about, the penis, because, girl, she was like, dick is basically all I need. And Toya was like, well, bitch, that's all you get. Like, you ain't got no choice because that's all you get. And, I don't know if she was trying to do a play on, Eugene dick not being enough, because at the end of the day, he ain't never gonna be able to live that down. Toy, you blasted your man, and now he ain't never gonna be able to live that down. Even Haley talking about, I don't want to see and hear what they do in private. I just can't imagine, I don't do little things like that. And Heavenly kills me every time her confessional when she be like, is that mean? Heavenly, yes. You done already said it, so how you gonna finish what the hell you just said, just dragging somebody for filth, and then go finish it with, was that mean? Yes. So yeah, Phaedra was like, man, just get you that rose, man. When that rose came out, baby, rose was all over Instagram like nobody's business. Okay, but also too, I wouldn't think that there are sex toys in their bedroom because Kema looked like one of those dudes. If he ain't even going down on you, if he can't even eat the coochie right, okay? If he can't even, what is it, face the nation, shout out to Erica De Niro TV. If he can't even get down and do a little clit licking, then that's a problem. That's a problem. For real. Nigga, I'll wash your dirty drawers and prepare your food. And I can't get no play, man. But yeah, there are men who don't do sex toys, like they just won't do it, and Kema is giving that vibe for real. But yeah, they all land, make it back to the Airbnb or whatever, and then they got to do their couple stuff. This is probably the 1 year where the couple shit didn't blow up. Even Greg was like, sometimes these exercises are good, but sometimes all hell breaks loose, and we've seen the times that all hell is broken loose. But I must, do a side note. Have you ever noticed when all hell broke loose, Heavenly was somehow involved in the commentary of when somebody was fighting with their spouse? It had to do with Heavenly. Heavenly was somewhere involved in that shit. Okay. Oops, sorry, y'all. So yeah, they all sit down. I guess it was like a little slumber party thing. They all wrote on the envelopes basically what was a concern for the relationship. For Jackie's social media, after she gets off of work, her version of decompressing is social media. Not only that, she got a post for her job. So Curtis is just kind of like, well, damn, here we go again with the quality time. Now, and it's like, although you're getting home early, you've replaced it with social media. And so they got to find that time. But Toya also was like, now when you're married to a doctor, like Eugene, he comes home and Eugene's like, sometimes I just need to be by myself because I'm around people all day. And I'm sure as a doctor, you do need those, kind of like that first 15, 20 minutes of walking in the house to just like, it was, they say, like decompress, like just shake off the day, basically, and so, yeah, that's something that they're gonna have to work through. What was the other question? Alicia for more partnership in her relationship with Kema. Now, it's really amazing how, Alicia, you keep trying to claim that you and Kema are good, and these ladies trying to mess it up and nitpick, and they want their relation to be like yours. But not from the sound of it, when you constantly talking about, oh, I called him, he won the man one time. Then now Kema is giving real sourpuss because you realize that your wife was right in not trying to invest in that crypto and invest in property, and you don't want to talk about it. That's what it was given, because when she tried to bring it up, he was like, and your point? Like, it's very obvious that you can't let your pride down about making a wrong investment decision. And so for her, that kind of was like a gimme gotcha of like, had you listened as your wife, as your partner, we wouldn't be in this situation. And so as much as Alicia, you want to pull this like, oh, he just playing, he don't train me, like, I know how to be a wife thing, but clearly the setup of what's going on in y'all's relationship ain't working. So you can't have it both ways, Alicia. Like, there's clearly an internal struggle with her of the, I want to be the wife that's quote unquote, oh, I'm the neck, my man, my man's the head, but it ain't clicking with the dynamic of y'all though. And also the confessional too. This is what I say, like with Kema being very covert. Every time she was speaking in the confessional, did y'all notice he kept trying to like shush her? Like he was like, God damn it, just give him a lighthearted answer. And oh, you're too serious. Like when she was trying to explain the whole, investment thing. Kema clearly likes to keep it surface level because he don't want to dig into the shit that he know he could have done better at. And when Alicia gets to explain it, I didn't like it. Y'all saw he kept trying to shush her, and she was like, no, let me speak. Like, he was like, just give him a lighthearted answer. Dang. Like, he wants to keep it surface level. and God forbid he be wrong at something, we just not supposed to address it. And that crypto shit, like, I know his ego is hurt about that one. And that's why, he just kind of, when he said, and your point is, I was like, that shit went sour. And you don't want to admit, babe, you might have been right on this one. Man, it's so hard for them to admit that, oh shit, my wife might have actually been right at something. So then the next question was about sex. So everybody having enough. Simone and Curtis, hell no. Eugene and Toya, they've been bumping ever since. Eugene lost a little weight. Y'all know he got that hormone replacement stuff. Then Eugene also talked about like, being like a partner, but he's like, I'll be whatever for my wife if it means, quality time. If she asks quality time for me, like he'll take out her weave. And it's like, when you have a man who willing to do something, like that's a vulnerable moment. Like that means y'all got a connection, a man could be of service to his wife. Shocker. Be of service to your wife as a husband. I don't know why that's like, it's like, it just seems like a delusion to man. Like it's a matrix to serve your wife. So Sweet Tea, her and Greg bumping, but every now and again her endometriosis be acting up. Phaedra, she said, I'm single and loving it. I ain't got time for these niggas. I done got a relationship since I was younger. It's time to bend that over. Let that coochie breathe. Bend that ass over. Let that coochie breathe. Okay. And y'all, that was the end of the episode. So y'all tell me what you feel about Married to Medicine. What you guys feel about Jackie and Sweet Tea. Is she like an old church lady? What do you guys think about Alicia? Y'all, I actually think Alicia would be, she needs some time to marinate. I feel like there's a lot more stuff to uncover with Alicia and Kema. What y'all think? I definitely would bring them. I think they deserve another season. I think that she needed to just get, she needed to get kicked up a little bit, and I feel like Kema, like they're the perfect like conversation starter couple. What else? Oh, and Jackie and Curtis, y'all. She said they definitely need more sex, but it ain't happening because she tired. I was tired, boss. Which is probably why the nigga going to the DR every 2 weeks. Ooh. Well, that was it, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch y'all hoes later. Deuces.